For more on this, let's speak to Zhou Mi. He's a senior researcher at the Chinese Academy of International Trade and Economic Cooperation. First up, great having you. UK and China leaders just pledged deeper ties. How would you characterize this cooperation?
I think it's a very important time for China and the UK to sit together again after 80 years. So 8 years is not a very short time. So we have changed a lot in the past 80 years, and China changed and the UK changed. But our beliefs that to support the globalization is not changed. So this time we were not just discussing about the details. We also are giving some very firm signals to the world that both China and the UK is willing to support the multilateralism. And I think that is really important because we are seeing the world is under a lot of pressures from the protectionism, from the unilateralism. So the cooperation and the signals for China and the UK is really good to let the others to understand that we can do more to improve the mutual understanding and better collaboration based on the rules.
There are many topics on the table like trade, investment, tech, right? What do you think is the main driving force in China-UK economic relations?
I think there are maybe two areas. First one is about the traditional cooperation. China and the UK, we have a long term of trade, and the trade is not only in the goods, but also in the services. Actually, I wrote some columns, articles almost 20 years ago about the UK's practices in different areas like the education, finance, the banking, logistics, or other issues. I think it's very important for us to learn a lot from the practices of UK. Well, this cooperation are not just in that range. I think that this time we are talking about some new things, about the green energy, about some technology cooperation, and we know that the pharmaceutical areas in UK is really important. They have been here for so many years. So we are not just trying to address the problems that we have already been working with, but I think that we are going to do more to improve our commitment, like the climate change or other issues, which is really a kind of things we can do more to give the enterprises more room and also more abilities to have a better research and development.
And at the same time, Britain wants China to invest more, right? They're asking for more investment from China. What does that mean?
Yeah, we know that UK is suffering from some of these problems like the inflation or not abilities to have a better improvement about the new energy vehicles. I mean, the Chinese companies are really good at that. There are already so many examples that Chinese companies operating in UK about the taxis and also other areas to support UK to meet the demand of the society. And we also welcome more investment from UK side to China about the banking, about the insurance, about different kind of content or other kind of professionals trainings. I mean, these investments are really new ways of strengthening the collaboration between these two countries, not just by exchange of the products, but also trying to be involved in the supply chains and in the chains. And that will be even more important for us to do a better about the mechanism, like the policies or regulations.
And what's the value of the country, especially for China, in a post-Brexit UK?
I would say that China is, a country we are always very open to the world. Well, UK is definitely one of our very important partners, especially when UK is, have the Brexit. It needs to establish the more relations with China. Well, for Chinese companies, I think this is a time that many Chinese companies are trying to find their positions in the outward, in the abroad market. So if some of the Chinese companies can do more investment in UK, I think that is really an opportunity for them to expand their abilities and trying to improve their position in the global supply chain and the value chains, and that is really a good thing for the both sides to have a more complementary cooperations.
Zhou Mi, thank you very much for your time and insights. Great having you.